Ben Affleck says he hasn't been to Utah in 10 years after Lisa Barlow used him as an excuse. If you had Ben Affleck publicly clarifies his travel history to Utah on your 2025 pop culture bingo card, congratulations, you're living in the golden age of celebrity chaos. Because somehow, someway, Ben Affleck has found himself loosely, but hilariously, entangled in the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City universe. And no, it's not because he's joining the cast, launching a tequila brand, or secretly owns a ski chalet in Park City. It's because Lisa Barlow used him as an excuse. And Ben Affleck, a man who has survived Batman discourse, paparazzi Dunkin' runs, and internet debates about his resting grumpy face, decided to set the record straight. He hasn't been to Utah in 10 years. So how did we get here? Why does this matter? And what does this moment tell us about celebrity name-dropping, housewives culture, and the strange ways pop culture overlaps? Let's get into it. For those who may not be fully immersed in the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cinematic universe, Lisa Barlow is one of the franchise's most iconic figures. She's known for relentless confidence, a deep love of Diet Coke, calling herself baby gorgeous, and speaking with absolute certainty at all times. During a recent moment on the show, or in Housewives-related chatter, Lisa referenced Ben Affleck as part of an explanation or excuse involving Utah. The implication? That Ben Affleck had been around, involved, or somehow connected enough to make her story sound more plausible. Now, in Housewives logic, this makes perfect sense. Name-dropping is currency. If you can casually imply that a global movie star supports your version of events, your credibility skyrockets, at least within the Bravo ecosystem. Except, Ben Affleck heard about it. Ben Affleck, when asked about the situation, responded in the most Ben Affleck way possible. Calm, slightly bewildered, and extremely specific. He made it clear. He has not been to Utah in a decade. He was not involved in whatever scenario was being implied. And the internet may have slightly overestimated his Utah presence. This wasn't a dramatic clapback. No anger. No shade. Just a factual correction from a man who probably did not expect to be dragged into housewives lore. And honestly, that's what makes it funny. Ben Affleck did not seek this moment. This moment found him. So why did this tiny clarification turn into a headline? Because it sits at the perfect intersection of prestige Hollywood, reality TV chaos, and celebrity name inflation. Ben Affleck represents serious fame, Oscars, blockbusters, a career spanning decades. Lisa Barlow represents reality fame, where confidence can be more important than verification. When those two worlds collide, it creates comedy gold. There's also something deeply relatable about Affleck's response. We've all been there. Someone uses your name to justify a story. You hear about it later. And you're like, I wasn't even there. Except in this case, it's happening on national television. Housewives across all franchises do this. Celebrities are invoked like receipts, alibis, character witnesses. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's exaggerated. Sometimes it's vibes-based. And in the Bravo universe, saying I know so-and-so doesn't mean you text them. It might mean you met once at a charity event in 2012. Lisa Barlow using Ben Affleck as an excuse fits perfectly into this tradition. The difference? Ben Affleck noticed. This moment also works because Ben Affleck is currently in his internet uncle era. He's become a meme, a mood, a symbol of being tired but successful, wanting coffee, not drama, accidentally going viral. So when he calmly says, I haven't been to Utah in 10 years, it feels less like a denial and more like a sigh. He's not mad. He's just correcting the record before going back to his Dunkin'. At the end of the day, this isn't a scandal. It's not a feud. It's not even a misunderstanding. It's a perfect pop culture moment. A reality star confidently invoking a Hollywood legend. A Hollywood legend gently saying, actually, no. And the internet collectively laughing. Ben Affleck may not have been to Utah in 10 years, but for one brief moment, Utah came to him. And honestly, that's reality TV magic.